Konami ruining Time Wizard may be the straw that breaks my back with Paper Yu-Gi-Oh! For a very long time, including going to tournaments. And I already haven't been in a while. I think it was Sprite format. I commentated a regional, and before that, it was the Return Nationals because Godzilla also had a convention in the hotel. The main reason I haven't been traveling as much lately, though, is my dogs are up there in age. I try not to get too personal on here, but bear with me. They're 12 and 13 years old, and they've already had medical emergencies where if I wasn't here, they wouldn't be here today. And my wife can't drive. She blacks out while driving, and I don't want to leave her in that position where I'm not here to at least be able to try to do something should anything be happening there. And my plan to return with Yu-Gi-Oh! Was going to be with Time Wizard format. I already buy a pretty good amount of giant cards. I try to support the tournament scene and buy prizing, buy stuff from OTSs. It's the main things I collect since I don't actively vend because it interferes with Market Watch. And when I do sell something, it's extremely publicly at a steep discount in the Discord because it came up in price and I got it for way cheap back in the day. I want to say that with the rules changing, it just does not appeal to me. And I feel like that is the case for many, many others. If I do travel, it will probably be to an R-Bet. And they are already finding a venue and finalizing that and posting information with a venue right around the WCQ. And I think that will take away a lot of players that would have played in Time Wizard events, and I hope they see their decline in attendance, and I do hope they consider reversing course. But I just ring back to the moment where there was that screenshot from the judges group, and Julia said they'll get over it with the time rules. And to this day, most people still haven't gotten over how bad our time rules are. They're great for regionals and getting the event done and getting to the next thing. But for YCSs and up, we really should have a different set of rules there too. And I haven't really vibed with a deck outside of Kashtira, oddly enough, in a very long time. I know a lot of the Yugi tubers who just go on like they vibed with stun decks or slower decks to be around. I have that competitive spirit in me still, and I just really don't gel with the current format and decks I keep up for this segment in particular, so my information's on top. And I also rely heavily on my Discord to help me with reasonings and why things are changing. And it just comes to this boiling point with this decision that I don't really feel like collecting quarter century secrets and stuff like that anymore after they just crap on them. And it feels like they thought maybe that would help them sell even better or something. It's a bizarro world where I really want them to reverse course, and I just feel like they're gonna dig their heels into the sand. That being said, I still plan to continue to do YouTube around prices for now. I plan in the future to actually highlight a lot of really cool collection things around signage, anime, other things like that are more niche because it's what I particularly enjoy and there is a market for it. So it goes hand in hand with this. You still have the crowd saying, "Get to the cards, John," over stuff when I'm showing figures, but there's also a growing base for other things with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I might just become a more casual anime fan, an R-Bet fan, than a actual tournament scene where I grew up through and became a man, really. I started in 2004, like, topping regionals. I played since 2002 with LOB and MRD, and I have tried to see the good and bad in Konami all the way. There's just only bad here recently, I feel like, outside of the pricing updates. And it's so frustrating because they're finally working on trying to communicate with the entire community and really working on doing certain things that everybody's like, thumbs up, yeah, that's great, cool ban list video, Jerome, cool, update the pricing with actual prize cards for Top Cut, and then they do this to their entire community, and it's unfortunate. The only people cheering it on are probably debate bros who want to try to take the other side's the devil's advocate here. It's crap. It's not good. But with that, we do have some buyouts around cards within the format, and I think most of these cards are ones that the dedicated players already have, and it's probably scalpers trying to take advantage of it, because a lot of the people are saying, yeah, I'm not going to play that, I'm going to go over here. And again, most people who would want these, I think, would already have them at these lower price points. But Compulse got bought out to $30 for its quarter century secret rare, and you can see even sales as far as today, $20, and most of it was after the announcement as well. So selling out, trying to make profit off of this. Good luck with the sales rates after. I do think that most of these things, after they sell out, will be extremely chilling on sales rates from people who actually want to play these kinds of formats, and they'll be finding alternate ways to do so. Final note, some people were asking how locals will handle this, and unfortunately, one little Timmy that goes and tattles to Konami that they're not following the OTS rules that have been updated, yeah, they can get that OTS in trouble. So, unfortunately, if they want to run the old school way, everybody has to be shush about it, and everybody has to love that store as well, and that's the unfortunate truth about it. Bottomless also improves a lot without priority being around, and you can see here it was only on the decline, and now it's bought out to like $5 for this ultra rare Battles of Legend version. There was even a damaged sale with foil bleed on the top end, the champion pack version, so people are, again, buying into this, but I think it's people that think they have some high IQ on scalping these cards rather than actually planning to do good. Maybe there's one or two in here, but I think most of the market is just people moving to try to sell these to somebody because they improved. Reinforcement of the army as well ended up going up about $10 for its quarter century secret rare, and you can see sales through that time period even further, just a couple of them. Pot of Avarice also went up in price, and crazily so for its quarter century secret rare, and yeah, all the sales there, you can see a couple, well, probably just one, was actually maybe even a panic sale into that announcement, and the rest of the copies have just been low there in general. Deck Devastation Virus, one that even creeps back into Modern at times, it got bought out to the point of about $40, and only one of those sales were pretty recent here at $35. Raigeki also going, the LOB format, I guess, wouldn't care the most about some of the rule changes. Smile. I am a big LOB format lover. It's around $69 nice dollars for the lowest, and you can see the sales were through 60, but a lot of them at 45 towards their max. Dark Magician of all cards, quarter century secret rare, out of Bonanza. It's gone full buyout mode, double versus the graph, $120 lowest, and it's around $100 in sales at its height. Remember, new support coming for this, an actual modern Yu-Gi-Oh! LOB art's not a lot of people's favorite, but darn, that tin one, it's hard to make money and make that go up because there's just so many of them, but this, hard to get, easy make disappear with big bucks. Yeah, that's the game people are playing for the most part. Royal Tribute never got any love through the quarter century secret rare promotions and hasn't had a printing in a long time. The ultra rare is getting bought out at this point, and I didn't know that it had this few printings. Honestly, I thought it got a Battles reprint at some point and it just hasn't. So yeah, $6.75 for Unlims, and where are the first editions actually on this? Around $8. I would just pay the extra to go first ed if you're looking for this card. After a lot of Gravekeepers got hollow upgrades that are easier access, and even those were getting bought out, might be good to have this if you're interested. Abyss Sphere is going, and I'm not sure if this is for past or modern, the ulti. We've seen a ton of buyouts around it. I would think it would be past format to play, but we even have a sale at $35, but this sale is pretty old at this point. Murmillo Secret Rare is getting bought out, but I wanted to highlight that all versions are money. It just hasn't had a printing in a long time. So yeah, the Unlims are $7.50, and where are the first editions? Are they around? No, there is no near mint first edition on market for this secret rare. Kind of crazy, but the rare even is towards $2 plus Actually 3, and the common is $2. I didn't know that one. I'll be picking extra out of bulk as I go through that. I'm finally probably going to get through the bulk mines in streams and try to actually push that out. I'm pretty disillusioned at this point, and I may even thin parts of my cards down to my core collection at this point and decide what that looks like. A lot of OCG stuff, as well as some TCG. We have Ojama Red Token of all things. I do collect tokens. 15 lowest and then 20. I'm not sure why. All of a sudden, we've seen Ojama stuff become big money before, like Ojama Country being a $10+ rare, but this did sell out above $8 and even to 10, so that's wild. Contact C is for future metagames if you were getting tired of the old format rambles. This will be against, I believe, Yummy and Dragon Tales, and people in the Discord were arguing if it will be effective or not. It does have common versions that are easy access, but it only has one holographic out of the OTS packs, so be aware that this is getting targeted and going up, but is still pretty affordable right now if you want a holo. And then Mikanko got new support, and with new support, prices go as people are deciding, hey, that looks pretty good, and it's mostly the collector rares that are up right now, and you can see just how low on listings a lot of them have gone as they really go up in price. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch, and sorry for the more somber tune, but it's the mood I'm in. I've never shied away from being direct with you all, and I plan to always continue that relationship. Not to be parasocial, but I would like to think that the back and forths that we have, I'm always open, and I want to continue that, and I don't want to shy away from how I feel, even if it's negative. And I've always said the bad things Konami are doing, along with giving them their positive light. It's just so hard to feel positive right now. After that change, I feel true anger over something they've done, and it's like just eating at me to a degree of how can it be this stupid. I know a lot of people have felt that way about Konami through the ages, so I guess I'm joining the club a bit of bitterness here. Thanks for watching, everybody.